Hi, we're back again. We're going to talk about our expectation in marriage and also working towards marital happiness. So when we enter into this marriage relationship, we have certain expectation. We expect the husband to be like this, or we expect the wife to be like this. And this expectation comes from our belief system that is in us, that we brought into this relationship. Some of our beliefs are rational, some are ridiculous, they're irrational. And in the irrational expectation, there's no basis, and it's inconsistent with how the world or how the people are living, because we just have a sort of a very romantic kind of dreams, you see, our expectation that we brought into the marriage, and very soon your bubble will be burst and you'll be disappointed, you'll be hurt because you expect marriage to be like that. So it's very important that we understand our belief system and how it affects us, so that we can fine tune our belief system, we can adjust our expectation in order for the marriage to work out. Because our belief system also causes us to treat our partner the way we expect them to be, and also we expect, so and sometimes there is such a mismatch in that kind of expectations. So our expectation directs how we think about our partners and our marriage and how we treat them. So evaluate your expectation. If either one of you are harboring some unrealistic expectation, your relationship can really suffer and get into frustration, disappointment, and conflict. So recognize them even before you enter into your marriage relationship. And because once you enter into that kind of pain and probably disappointment, discouragement, inside your heart, inside your spirit, you could just write off that marriage, and so you can really suffer as a result of it. So expectation in which area? In our sexual relationship, in handling finance, in our social life, our friends, among our friends, in the recreational area, spending leisure time, in household chores, what are each one to do, in the religious area, how we're going to move forward, how we express our affection, how about our in-laws, how do we deal with them if there are conflicts, and our life and career, and how do we make major decisions. So in each of these expectations, you ask yourself, is it objective reality? Is it reasonable? Or is it just irrational? Okay. So once you realize that certain expectations are unrealistic, you have to let go of it and approach your spouse or your partner in a respectful ways, and fine-tune that expectation. So when we enter into that marriage, we're talking about how to make our marriage work. We go into marriage committed to learning how to love one another as Christ loved us. Okay, so don't waste time and energy looking for fulfillment from any other source other than God Himself. Our needs, our basic needs can only meet by God. But when we look to our spouse to meet those needs, we're turning them into our idols. And also, they are not able to do it. They are not God. Okay, and so you will suffer disappointment and discouragement or even hurt. Okay, so be committed to work out how do we love one another. And when you have wrong expectation, you place a tremendous burden on your future spouse that he or she can't bear, because, as I say, we are not God. Okay, so exceedingly high expectation is hard to satisfy. It's just not possible. Okay, and it will result in disappointment and demotivation about building a strong relationship in the future. So expectation really comes down to realism, to be real, to be practical, to be sensible, and also flexibility. Okay, and we cannot just expect, but just be flexible so that and works towards the long-term success of the marriage. So when we work through this marriage, there'll be a lot of forgiveness and acknowledge of our fault, repenting, and when we forgive, it's very important that we do not bring them up again, the issue. In the book of Isaiah 43, verse 25, it says, even I, am he who blots out your transgression, for my word's sake, and remember your sins no more. Okay, so when we come to God, God forgive our sin, and He said, I remember no more. He refused to bring it back up. And so in marriage relationship, it's very important that we don't raise up all issue, and we must settle every issue. And once we settle it, they are buried, they are gone. So we do not say, you always like that. You did this so long time ago, and this and that. Okay, so settle the issue. Bring about healing, resolve the problem, and never to bring them up again. And that's why we need to keep God at the center of the marriage. So they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let man not separate. So make God the focus of our relationship, of our family, the center of our family, because it's only through God's love, God's grace, we're able to deal with that kind of hurts and disappointment and so forth, right? So we need to make God the center of our relationship so that this marriage will work out well, right? So this write out individually your expectation from each other, and then consult your notes and share and talk about it deeper. Yeah, enjoy your time. God bless.